Congratulations on making the leap into the world of mountain biking. In this video, we'll cover essentials that all rookie mountain bikers need to know. We're using this Trek Top fuel for the video, but the basics we are covering are true to just about any mountain bike. Right, let's look at the terminology. Frame, fork, shock, handlebars, stem, multi-tool, brake lever, brake hose, brake caliper, brake rotor, shifter, remote lockout, grips, saddle, dropper post, water bottle cage, bottom bracket, pedals, shoes with cleats, flat pedals, flat pedal shoes, trail dog, chain ring, chain guide, chain, derailleur, cassette, wheel, tire, rim, spoke, hub, cranks, mountain bike. Let's take a quick breather and pay some bills. We all know that having the right bike setup makes all the difference to your ride. Well, in the same way, having the best phone solution makes all the difference to the success of your business. The sponsors of this video can really help you out there. Euphoria Telecom are the providers of South Africa's leading cloud-based business phone system. Their leading technology can help businesses of all sizes to optimize productivity and save money. So make the right call and get in touch with Euphoria Telecom today. You'll want to pay particular attention to setting up the contact points as they impact your safety, comfort, performance, and the overall enjoyment of your investment.
The saddle should be horizontal and at a height that you have a slight bend in your knee when pedaling. If your spine is rocking from side to side when pedaling, it's probably because your saddle is too high. On the controls, it's important not to cramp all of them together. You should space the brakes a little inwards as you'll only need to use one finger on them. Make sure your shifter, remote locker and dropper post levers are easy to reach, but again, not cramping everything together. I like to roll the brakes up to avoid arm pump when descending, but that can cause wrist pain on long endurance rides, so be aware of that. It's 100% okay to hold off on the cleats and ride with flat pedals. If you are using flat pedals, then don't ride in running shoes. You'll need a flat specific shoe. If you are using cleats, then remember to set them very loose in the beginning. And the top tip here is to park your bike in the passageway at home or somewhere that you'll have a solid structure on either side of you. Sit there for a few minutes, cleating in and cleating out until you understand the motion and your body begins to get used to it. The more you do this, the more accustomed you'll become to the motion required to uncleat. On the handlebars, it's a good idea to keep your handlebars a little higher in the beginning. It's safer and descending will be a lot easier.
To set up your suspension, the best idea is to look for the manufacturer's recommended settings which are linked to your weight.
Those recommendations can be found on the fork or on the bike manufacturer's website, and they include air pressure, rebound and compression. Air pressure determines your sag, rebound is the speed with which your suspension opens up, and compression relates to how hard the suspension is to compress. Before each ride, you should check your tire pressures, and as a general guideline, somewhere between 18 and 25 psi is recommended. The top tip here, the back wheel carries more of your weight, so needs to be a little harder than the front wheel. As an example, depending on what bike I'm on, I might go as hard as 35 psi on the back. You should also do a quick bolt check before each ride, which entails running through all of the bolts on your bike to make sure they are all nipped up. Top tip here, the only bolt that needs to be really tight is this BB bolt.
Don't start a ride hungry. You should be well fueled and hydrated before the ride starts.
You should always take a multi-tool, tubeless repair kit, identification in case of emergency, and a bar or something to eat. Try not to overdress. You will heat up as you exercise, and overdressing leads to excess sweating and discomfort when on the bike. Top tip here, you should feel just a little underdressed when you start riding.
On the ride, you should drink little bits all of the time and eat before you get hungry.
Take a bar, banana, or something to eat with you.
You'll be more efficient if you shift gears regularly and before the terrain changes.
The brakes are pretty sharp, especially the front brake. So in the beginning, try and feather them rather than grabbing a handful. If your bike has a dropper post, start using it on the descents. It will help you lower your center of gravity and be more stable. Top tip, on the trails, don't try any obstacles you are unsure of and always stay in control of your bike.
When climbing, shift your weight forward on the saddle and lower your chest to the bars on steep trails.
Staying seated will help maintain traction. Look ahead and manage your energy expenditure by selecting the right gear for you. The big gear is easier.
On downhills, select a harder gear, slam the dropper post and stand up.
You'll be more stable if you place the majority of your body weight onto the pedals and look ahead to plan your line. Use your arms and legs to absorb some of the hits. Keep the shoulders loose. Generally, everything from the torso and higher should be in motion and relaxed.
Weight distribution is key when cornering.
Whether you are standing or seated, dropping the outside pedal and shifting your weight onto it will improve the bike's traction. You'll also want to think about braking before the corner, picking the smoothest line and carrying exit speed. These tips will help you flow.
After the ride, get some fluids into your system.
Depending on how hard you worked, you could aim for up to 1 liter of liquid in the first hour after your ride. Small sips are better than downing a 1 liter jug. You don't have to wash your bike after every ride, but there's nothing wrong with a little wipe down and bolts check.
Lastly, don't ever feel embarrassed about being a newbie. Even the world's best riders were once rookies. Get out there, ask questions and have some fun. Thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, give us a thumbs up if you like the videos. We'll see you on the trails.